If you've ever been into Dragon Ball, then one thing you probably know about are the variety of transformations that Goku and friends have at their disposal. Specifically the Saiyans, but nonetheless Goku and friends. Of course everyone knows the iconic Super Saiyan, the very similar Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, and of course all the divine godly forms they can also attain. But the transformation I want to talk about today is vastly different from all the others, and on top of that is no longer canon to the story of Dragon Ball. That's right, I'm talking about the black sheep of them all, Super Saiyan 4. I know a lot of Dragon Ball fans considered GT non-canon right from the start, due to the fact that there was no source manga and Akira Toriyama, the author of Dragon Ball, did not create it. But personally, before Super started, I always considered GT canon since it continued the story of Z, and I never really read the manga when I was younger anyways. I wanted to talk about Super Saiyan 4 because it's probably the most interesting Saiyan transformation to me, because as I said, it is vastly different from the others. It also feels like the most underutilized transformation, only appearing in 21 episodes of GT's 64 episode run, which is kind of crazy to me considering how much this form has had an impact on the franchise. I mean, it appears in almost every Dragon Ball Z video game, so obviously the form must have its fans, right? Anyways, what makes this form different from other Saiyan transformations comes both from how it is obtained and how it looks. With Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2, the user obtains the form through experiencing intense anger or sadness, though there are some special cases where that was not needed, aka bullshit writing. Although with Super Saiyan 2, the user can also attain the form through intense training, which was the case with Goku and Vegeta. Super Saiyan 3 similarly requires an immense amount of training to acquire, although it also needs a body that can handle the power output of the transformation. For example, Goku was dead when he achieved the form, so he had a body that used less energy, and he also couldn't use the form when he was turned into a child in GT.
どうした悟空最強のサイヤ人の力はそれまでかそうか体が小さい分スーパーサイヤ人3のパワーが持たねえんだ
And Gotenks, the fusion of Trunks and Goten, was a powerful fusion, so it makes sense to me that his body could handle the form. On top of that, when used, it actually lessens the amount of time that the fusion can stay together, going from the normal 30 minutes to a measly 5 minutes, so there is a cost for Gotenks using Super Saiyan 3, sacrificing the time limit for greater power, which is something I like. It kind of balances out Gotenks' raw power.
こいつの弱点は時間だな見ろよなってられるのは5分程度だぜフュージョンまで溶けて2人に戻っちまう
From what I can tell after researching Super Saiyan 4, the way for a Saiyan to obtain the form is by both having a tail and also having obtained the base Super Saiyan form. In GT, once Goku looked at the moon after regaining his tail, he transformed into a golden great ape, which was the first time he transformed into a great ape after achieving Super Saiyan. So to me this makes sense, since we never actually saw anyone transform into a great ape after gaining Super Saiyan. After transforming into a golden great ape, the user is in an animalistic berserker state, and they must regain control of their mind by remembering who they are. After they complete this, their user transforms for a second time, but now into a Super Saiyan 4. As I said before, Super Saiyan 4 looks very visually distinct from other forms. It ditches the golden hair and instead keeps the hair its normal color, grows longer, covers the upper body and tail in red fur, and it also has like this red eyeshadow around their eyes and on their eyelids. I know there are people out there who dislike this form for being so different from all the others, but I personally think this form is pretty unique since there really is nothing like it. Although when you think about it, Broly's Wrath State from the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie seems to take inspiration from it, with it harnessing the power of the Great Ape without transforming the user, but also keeping the Pharaoh mindset with it as well. Anyways, I think this form works because it just feels like a very fitting form for the Saiyans. It's essentially them just going back to their roots. It brings back both the tail and the Great Ape transformation, key aspects of the Saiyans, while at the same time creating something entirely new that feels reminiscent of the strength and power that the Saiyans of the past were said to have. The red fur and eyeshadow is that primal power visualized in given form, literally tearing off the shirt of the user to display itself first and foremost. Personally, I like having each transformation being visually distinct, with the Super Saiyan hair turning blonde, Super Saiyan 3 having the super long blonde hair and no eyebrows, and obviously the new godly forms each have their own hair color, which is why Super Saiyan 2 just kind of sticks out in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I like Super Saiyan 2, but the only person who looks somewhat visually distinct on is Teen Gohan, while with any other characters such as Goku and Vegeta looks pretty much visually identical to the base Super Saiyan, just with a little bit of added lightning. It really sucks that Super Saiyan 4 will most likely not appear in the mainline Dragon Ball series, since stronger forms such as Ultra Instinct and Super Saiyan Blue exist. But if you really want more Super Saiyan 4, then maybe you should check out the Dragon Ball Heroes manga and anime, which is basically a Dragon Ball spin-off series that has a lot of interesting scenarios and also prominently features Super Saiyan 4. It's kind of crazy to me to think that Super Saiyan 4 was Goku and Vegeta's strongest form for the longest time. I actually did the math and it held that title for about 16 years until the debut of Super Saiyan God. Well, Although Super Saiyan 4 is outclassed in terms of power compared to the likes of the more recent godly forms, I still believe this form has a more visually interesting design and method of obtaining. I mean, we don't even see Goku and Vegeta obtain Super Saiyan Blue. The first time we see it, they just kind of have it, you know? We don't actually see them unlock it, which was kind of disappointing, honestly, in my opinion. Which kind of also happened with Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan 2 to some extent. But at least with Super Saiyan 3, we get that cool power-up scene with Goku, which was pretty awesome. Anyways, thanks for listening to me ramble about a 25-year-old monkey transformation. I hope you enjoyed my video. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe.
Just the thought of me not being able to protect her makes me cringe.